Beware of TikTok profiles using their platforms to sell DIY legal documents, mainly trust kits. And these are usually coming from individuals that know they have a really large platform. They know their videos are going to go viral. They know that their content is going to reach a really large audience. I was asked to make this video, and the question is actually in two parts, so I'm going to read it here on my iPad. Can you do a video talking about the dangers of listening to unqualified people discussing legal issues in this area of law? I just saw a video of an individual discussing trusts, and he didn't know what he was talking about. Sad thing is there's a packet being sold with his estate information. Of course, let me introduce myself. Hi everyone, my name is Leah Boston. I'm an estate planning attorney and owner of Law Office of Leah Boston LLC. I draft wills, trusts, and I talk about long-term life care planning with people like you. So welcome. I definitely want to talk about this because this is an ever-changing fight, especially as an estate planning attorney and being an individual that gets asked by people that either come into my office or they visit me if they're at an event that I'm at and they're asking if I can either look over their documents, or they're coming to me after something has already happened. Like say, for example, a husband and wife have done some sort of trust kit DIY sort of estate document, but when one of the spouses died, they ended up finding out the hard way that that document actually ended up not working out the way that they thought it was going to work out. Which is why I'm very happy to do a video like this, because the public is, let's just be real about it. Individuals that are not trained in the law or unqualified should not be speaking about legal documents. And I only say that because legal documents or anything that has the ability to affect your life or your liberty is going to be something that needs to be drafted by, namely, an attorney, because it's either going to affect your liberty, your ability to walk around freely, or it's going to affect you financially. Estate planning is one of those areas of law that consequences can be very detrimental if you are either doing it yourself or you're trusting a non-legal professional to do it, because it has major tax consequences, it has major family consequences, and it also has major emotional consequences. So we're talking about money, family, beneficiaries, like a whole host of problems can happen if we go around listening to unqualified people. I did write a couple of notes, as always, to stay on topic because I'm already yapping and we're 3 minutes in. But one of those reasons why you want to avoid these types of situations is because the law is ever changing. I'm licensed to practice law in the state of Maryland, and something as simple as our statutory power of attorney form, there were changes added to it back in 2023. The issues with a domestic partner, a registered domestic partner, something that was not recognized a couple of years ago is now being recognized. So little things that happen in the law that, say, for example, a regular person who's just printing out forms from the internet may not know about. The law is ever changing, so you always want someone who is legally qualified and someone who has the duty to stay up to date on these documents. You want someone like that, someone qualified like that, that's going to be drafting those documents for you. Another thing is unintended consequences. Something as simple as you think that you're putting together a living trust and the whole goal of the living trust is to avoid probate, but then you find out once death happens or once some sort of major event happens that clicks that document into place where you would go back and look at it. Now you possibly have to go through the probate process because something as simple as, I don't know, funding the trust didn't happen because that person on TikTok gave you all the tools that you need to DIY your estate plan, and now you think that you're walking around with this binder of a trust, but in fact you didn't do one of the things that are required. But how would a person who's not qualified or who's not legally educated and trained understand to do that? We have to remember that for legal professionals, we are required to continue our legal education. that's something called a CLE. We are required to stay updated on the changes in the law. And if we don't stay up to date in the changes of the law and we do end up hurting our client can come back and actually find a resolution for the wrongdoing that happened. If you are buying your trust documents or you're allowing non-legal professionals to do these documents for you or sell documents to you for you to do yourself, where is the remedy? Because you're not necessarily, you may, I don't know, but usually it's a lot easier to report a lawyer to the grievance committee or your state bar association, etc., and try to get a remedy and let that remedy be fixed, as opposed to hunting down some random person that you've seen on TikTok that has sold you an outdated or just a completely wrong thing. Another thing that you don't think about, when we go online to these different websites that are advertising do-it-yourself estate planning documents, you really have to read the fine print when you're actually putting together these documents. Speaking of remedy, so I went to one of the websites and I was reading the fine print on one of these websites where they advertise do-it-yourself estate planning documents. And we don't realize that in microscopic font, these websites are saying, and I quote, I'm reading exactly from it, "We are not a law firm or a substitute for an attorney or law firm. We cannot provide any kind of advice, explanation, opinion, or recommendation about possible legal rights, remedies, defenses, options, selection of forms, or strategies." So when I talk about that remedy, they're kind of already like putting it out there. Yes, you're coming to our website. Yes, you're putting together a DIY estate plan, but we take no responsibility, but also we cannot help you. We are not a law firm. We are not a substitute. So do this however you want to do it, but you're not going to be able to ask us questions. And funny enough, possible legal rights, remedies, defenses, options, etc., then putting that out, but it's in microscopic font. You think that you're going in and doing your own thing, and then you come across a question and they're going to direct you to this font and let you know, we can't help you, we can't do anything like that. So it's really frustrating because sometimes clients will come into my office and they'll end up having to pay for an estate plan twice because they've either put together an estate plan that they don't really feel comfortable, or they don't really know what they signed, they don't understand it, or as I stated earlier, they've found out the hard way because one of the spouses passed away prior to, and now we're dealing with, okay, I need to fix this. When at this point in time, we should have never really relied on these DIY sites, and we should never for sure be relying on a TikTok professional to come in and sell us a revocable living trust. I did see a video actually as well where an individual was talking about a revocable living trust kit and was selling books talking about how to put together your own revocable living trust, and this individual said, "This document means that I can't be sued." And that is so far from the truth, because understanding the difference between a revocable living trust and an irrevocable living trust, and how a revocable living trust is still attached to you, it's still attached to your estate, that right there is already information that the public is relying on, and it's so incorrect. So it's really sad for me as an estate planning attorney to watch and know that this is happening, but I'm glad that you asked me to talk about this. I can go on and on about why you shouldn't, but just know a couple of these reasons that I laid out, you're probably not going to be able to get a remedy for this person if your documents end up being messed up. Additionally, they probably are spewing the wrong information, and instead of doing this twice or learning the hard way, you might as well just come to an actual attorney's office and get it done the right way and know that you're in good hands. Thanks for watching, and if you have any more questions, visit my office at www.leahbostonlaw.com. Talk to you later. Bye.